10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition. And liftoff.
Vehicle is pitching downrange.
Stage 1, chamber pressure is nominal.
There we see Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying our stack of Starlink satellites into orbit. There we just heard that power and telemetry are all nominal. We're going to throttle the engines down in preparation for max Q. And this is the largest structural load that the vehicle will see during ascent, so slowing the vehicle down a little helps during that short period. Max Q coming up here in just a couple of seconds.
Max Q.
There we heard the call out for max Q. Now, in about a minute, the next three events will be happening back to back. First, we have main engine cutoff, or MECO, and that's where all 9 of the M1D engines that are currently firing will shut down. And this will help slow the vehicle down in preparation for stage separation, which is event number 2.
Stage 1 is following a nominal trajectory.
And as the name suggests, stage sep is where the first and second stages will separate from each other. And the first stage will start to make its way back down to Earth for landing on our drone ship, while second stage continues its journey with the third event, SES-1, or second engine start 1. This is where the MVAC engine will light up and begin to propel the second stage along with those Starlink satellites to orbit. And that main engine cutoff event is taking place in about 10 seconds. Great shot there of the vehicle prior to MECO.
Main engine cutoff.
Stage separation confirmed.
All right, all 3 of those events happening in quick succession prior to MVAC ignition there that you see. Caught a glimpse of, oh, and on the left-hand side of your screen, you can see the Space Coast illuminated by the night lights. That's an awesome shot there as we see the grid fins beginning their deployment. So everything looking great there on second stage.
Bearing separation confirmed.
We heard the verbal call out, and
Both
there on your
vehicles
screen
are
you can
following
see.
nominal trajectories.
All right, great news all around. We had fairing separation. Those will we'll be attempting to recover those.
Stage 1 FTS is saved.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
All right, so this 20-second burn has just begun. And you can see that there on the left-hand side of your screen. I have a shot of the drone ship holding position in the Atlantic Ocean.
Landing burn startup.
And there we can see the lights beginning to illuminate the platform and the waters around.
Stage 2 has entered terminal
Stage
guidance.
1 landing leg deploy.
Okay, let's see if we're able to stick this landing. Looks pretty good. There we can see the first stage has landed. This marks the
Stage 2 FTS is saved.
This marks the 74th successful recovery of an orbital class rocket and the 5th recovery for that particular booster that you see there. So that's all great news for the first stage. Turning our attention to the second stage there. Second engine cutoff is expected momentarily.
Seco.
And there we heard the call out for Seco. Welcome back to the webcast for our 18th Starlink mission, which lifted off from Cape Canaveral Space Force Station just over 45 minutes ago. We had an on-time liftoff, a great stage 1 landing on our drone ship, Of Course I Still Love You, which was stationed out in the Atlantic Ocean. And there you can see on your screen, we have second stage. Right now, everything looks great there. We are awaiting the relight of that second stage, the event known as SES2, or Second Engine Start 2. And that'll be coming up momentarily at the 45-6 minute mark. It'll be a very short 1 second burn of our MVAC engine. Now, we are having a little bit of a connectivity issue with our ground station. So we might not be able to see SES2, but I think we'll be all right. If you hear background noise, our second shift in production here at our manufacturing headquarters in Hawthorne, California is finishing up for the evening. So bear with me if you get any background noise there. If you're just joining us, we are coming up to Second Engine Start 2, or SES2, the second and final burn for our MVAC engine this morning.
MVAC ignition and shut down.
All right, like I said, that was just a quick 1 second burn, and we're gonna hang out here for a moment. Welcome back once again for our webcast this morning. We had an on-time liftoff from Space Launch Complex 40 and first stage landing on our drone ship. At this point, second stage has completed its 2 MVAC burns, and we're now coming up on deployment of our Starlink satellites. That should be happening here just momentarily. Looks like we may have lost our, oh, there we go. There's the view back as we're going to be passing over Tasmania. Great sunlit shots there. At this point, the second stage has begun to spin a little bit so that the Starlink satellites have momentum to space out after deployment. You can actually see that spin if you look there on your screen. I'm hearing we might lose that ground station signal
Payload separation confirmed.
prior to deployment. Oh, but there we heard the call out, and we can see it on the screen. We've got deployment of this batch of Starlink satellites. There you can see that they are slowly separating